Frequently asked questions.
Siege monstrosities.
Frequently asked questions. Fuzzy and Q. Frequently asked questions. I just sat down with Fuzzy and Q. FAQ podcast with Fuzzy and Q. It's the only podcast you listen to. Frequently asked questions, man.
Welcome. Let's just go into it, Fuzz, because he's been talking trash already.
I'm just saying, Fuzz. You know a lot of people, man.
Wow.
I don't understand why you settled for this guy. I just
Wow.
don't know why that happened.
Wow.
Listen,
well,
man.
guys, if you don't know that voice, it's episode 10 of the Frequently Asked Questions podcast, FAQ with Fuzzy and Quincy. And we have a friend. It doesn't sound. He gives compla disses. We have Neyo on the line. Neyo, man. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Absolutely. You know, just messing around, man.
Oh, always, man.
We have a love-hate relationship. It's all love, even in the midst of the hate. It's all love, you know.
Yes. All good, man. We got to talk so much about, we got to catch up, man. I talked to Neyo a lot on some business executive stuff, but now I'm on the other side on the podcast, and now I got to put my interview hat on with Quincy.
Right.
Yeah. So this feels kind of weird, but it's gonna be good.
No, this is good. I think it's all good because we friends too. So you can just talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we just chop.
Well, I mean, let's start, Neyo. It's kind of crazy because I think we're all feeling this way. I think last year has put us in a place where we had to sit down and kind of think about a lot of things,
man.
And sometimes you don't really think that you're getting older, right? But we are all getting older. Right. And one of the things that made me feel older, and I know Fuzz, we were talking about this, is your debut album, which came out in 2006, just hit like a 15-year anniversary.
Yeah, man.
Bro, it don't seem that long ago, bro.
It really don't. It really don't. I looked up and couldn't believe what I was seeing. But then I stood up and my knees was like, yeah, bro, it's been that long. It's definitely been that long.
Yeah, like in my own words, 15-year anniversary, dude. I think we all remember where we were when that came out. Let's just go back for you, if you can kind of just paint that picture. Like, where were you, mentally before the album came out? Where were you financially? Like, where were you physically? Like, just paint, let us know.
Yeah. Well, so first off, shout out to L.A. Reid, shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to Tata. Shout out to everybody that was a part of making that album the amazing thing that it was, Stargate and on down the line. Right. In the process of putting that album together, man, it was pressure, but it wasn't pressure. And I say it like that because there were people, outside forces, kind of trying to put the pressure on, because at this point nobody knows me yet. People know me as the cat that wrote the Mario song. That's who I was, right? So they knew that I could do it for somebody else. But then the question became, can he do it for himself? You know what I mean? So it was other people kind of throwing that pressure in there. But to be honest, in the studio, we was chilling, man. We was like, I was high off the fact that I had finally gotten to this place, because it had been kind of a bumpy journey to finally get to that place. It had been a little bumpy. But I was just happy to be there, and everybody that came in the studio, I feel like they could kind of feel the energy of, like we just having fun and making music, man. We ain't worried about selling a whole bunch of albums. That ain't even a concern yet. At this point, we just in here making music on a record label's dime. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
Let's just enjoy where we at. Let's live it up. And I feel like you can hear in the music that it was a very stressless environment when we was doing that. It really was.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you think about it, man, like I remember, because this was the time when Jay-Z was the president of Def Jam. And this was around the time where Jay-Z and Dame Dash separated, and now he's the new president of Def Jam, and he's like, yo, I have these new artists. It was Neyo, it was Rihanna, and we were like, okay, but Jay-Z only know about rap. So what is this, right? And you look years later, like that was such a genius move from Jay-Z. Not saying that you guys weren't genius yourself, but just like him being a part of that and seeing that. Can you talk about like that connection with him and how you decided to go that route?
Well, My connection with Jay, I learned a lot of very, very valuable lessons from Jay. I think he took to me because I'm a writer first, and I've always said that I'm a writer that can sing and dance a little bit, and you know him you know being who he is and how words have meant so much and have been so important to his success. Like I feel like that was kind of our connection. You know, he told me a long time ago. He was like, you know, you'll never be broke, right? And I was like, what you mean? He was like, because you can just write your way out of any problem. Whatever happens, here you go, bow. You have that. So don't worry about money no more. I'm like, okay. Mind you, this was before I was making like money. I'm like, all right, if you say so, bro. But yeah, that's kind of the reality. I remember asking Jay, because this is one of the first times we actually got in the studio together, and I got to see for myself. I had heard that Jay doesn't write anything down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like when putting his rhymes together, when putting his songs together, he doesn't write it down, which was completely foreign to me because I'm a child of pen and pad. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a personal pad where this is the pad for writing songs. If I don't have this pad, we might have to cancel the session today. Like I was locked into it that much. So to hear that this man don't write anything down, I'm like, okay, I got to see this for myself. So sure enough, we in the studio. A matter of fact, this is the night that I wrote Make Me Better. Me and Fab Make Me Better. Because I originally wrote that hook for Jay, and I wrote it about him and B. Right? Anyway.
Got it. That's dope. Never heard that story.
So I'm sitting in the studio, and there's a beat playing, and he's sitting at the console, kind of just doing this. And he did that for like roughly 15 minutes, and then went in the booth and ran the whole damn song down. And I was floored. I was like, it doesn't happen this way. This is unreal to me. So I asked him, I was like, why? Is this how you started writing and it's just how you do it now? Like, is this a choice? Do you choose to do it this way? Right. And what he said to me has helped me through my writing from that point on. He said, when you write it down, you kind of set it in stone. You can't really move the idea around because you're locked into what you wrote on the page. It's like, all right, well, this is the line because I wrote it here. So it's harder to recreate that line, to move stuff around within that line because you've locked into what you wrote on the page already. And I'm like, well, nah, because you can erase it. He was like, yeah, but do you? I'm like, no.
Wow.
Good point, Jay. Okay, all right, I get it.
But did that change your process? Because I've seen you in the studio
I'm always
numerous
go back
times.
To what my comfort zone is. I'm always go back to what has always worked for me. But it helped me in the realm of just realizing that there's no wrong way. There's more than one way. You know what I mean? Like it helped me in the realm of, you know, say if I'm sitting down with another writer and he do it slightly different than I do. All right, now I know to ease up. Let's slow down and focus in on, you know, where his comfort zone is so that mine doesn't overpower his or vice versa. Like it helps get into that mind state when you realize that there's a billion different ways to do this and none of them are wrong. The as long as the final destination is incredible record, get there however the hell you get there.
Yeah.
You know
So
I mean?
are you saying there's a Make Me Better with Jay-Z and Neyo?
No. So when I went into the session, the beat was playing. Shout out to Timbaland, by the way, did the beat. The beat was playing, and this is what Jay was trying to write to in the moment. And he was like, yo, throw a hook on this for me. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I just got here 10 minutes. All right, well, let's go. So as I'm sitting there trying to figure out what to write, Beyonce enters the room, right? And
no pressure.
And they kind of, you know, slide off into the corner of the studio, and I couldn't hear what they was talking about, but they was kind of, you know, they was huddled up, you know, on some lovey-dovey, and I'm looking at it like I'm literally watching two mountains collide right now. Like this is Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like this is kind of epic right now. So that's what the whole concept. I'm a movement by myself, either one of them, but I'm a force when we're together. Either one of them, you know what I mean? That's where it came from. Yeah. So when I finished it, Jay ultimately told me that it felt more like an R&B song, so he told me I could keep it. And I'm like, oh shit, all right, well, cool, thanks. So there is a version of the song without Fab on it at all. It's all completely me. I did a whole song to it. But when I finished the album, what album I was working on at that time, it didn't really fit. So it just kind of sat in the archives until I don't remember how it got in the hands of, I think Clue. I think DJ Clue was the person that got it to Fab. And Fab was like, yo, you should let me have that. I'm like, take it. You're sitting in the archive. You got it. So he did his thing and then put it out, and the rest is history. But initially, it was written for Jay-Z. Yeah.
So I'm sitting on another fun fact then, Neyo.
Oh my gosh.
And then I don't know if you ever discussed this, and I feel like I'm always a Dr. Dre historian for some odd reason. You see where I'm going with this?
I do.
So before Neyo got his Def Jam deal, it was him and Dr. Dre got in the studio and worked together.
Yeah. So I don't exactly remember how it came to be, but there was a moment in time where Dr. Dre was considering signing me for like a split second, right? So we get in the studio, and it was kind of funny the way it went down. So like Dre would play me a beat, right? And then he would play the beat again, but with a song on it from this other artist. I'm trying to remember old boy's name. Damn.
Another R&B artist?
Another artist that he was thinking about signing.
Okay.
So he was kind of creating a battle between me and this other cat. So he would play the song and be like, "You feel like you can beat that?"
Sound like Dr. Dre all day.
Give me the beat. So we did about maybe 6-7 songs, right? And at the end of it, ultimately he wound up going with the other dude because the other dude was a little more hood than I was, or at least this is what I was told. And I'm like, all right, well, that's fine, whatever. That's all good. You know, I still got all the love in the world for Dre. He's still amazing, still is who he is. But through that session, I met Scott Storch. And what Scott Storch said to me was, I don't know what Dre talking about, but you dope as hell. If you ever find yourself in Miami, pull up. All right, cool. He just happened to get to Miami, I think, the following week. He just happened to be working for this young cat named Mario at the time. And I feel like y'all know where this is going at this point. So we wrote You Should Let Me Love You. Got it to Mario. Rest is history. That's how that came to be.
Do you still have
Dr. Dre for saying no. Thank you, Scott Storch, for
saying
for picking it up. And here we are.
But do you still have those Dre demos?
Yeah, I still got them.
Because me and Tango is Neo's manager partner. They're partners. He would say low key them Dr. Dre demos is what got him in the door at Def Jam. I was like, what? I said, I want to hear him. He said, I don't know where they at.
Wow. No, I got them.
Those are
some of the records that we played for Tina.
Tina Davis.
The day that I got my Def Jam deal. Yeah.
Wow. So Neyo, man, like just even before your debut album, you've been around these heavy hitters, and I think a lot of times people think success is like this, like, yo, I met Jay, I got put on, and the rest is history. But it was like, you know, you said it was a Dr. Dre deal that didn't go the way you thought. It was were there some other hurdles? Other people.
Absolutely.
I had a whole record deal at Columbia Records before the Dr. Dre situation, before any of this Def Jam. We go all the way back. I was signed to Columbia Records under Donnie Einer. Donnie Einer signed me, and it was I call that my learning experience, because that deal was I was so happy that I had a deal and just so green to everything that I didn't realize that I could say no. Like anything they asked me to do, I was like, all right, cool. Like, and it was very much a kind of a controlled situation. You know, my A&Rs was very much on some, no, don't write those type of songs. Write these type of songs. Nah, don't work with those producers. Work with these producers. Nah, don't wear that. Wear this. You know, it was very much that. So we got all the way to the finish line. The album's done. Artwork is done. Singles is picked. It's ready to go. And I'm listening to this album and I don't recognize who I hear. Like, this is, I don't.
Not you. You didn't feel like it was you.
This is not me. You know, this is Columbia's version of Tyrese or somebody. Like, is what it felt like. No diss to Tyrese. I love Tyrese to death.
No,
but that's kind of what they was trying to turn me into. A little dark skin. You know, like that's what they wanted me to be. Right.
Flavor of the month. That was hot right then.
Right. And I didn't hear myself, so I went back to my A&R. I was like, "Yo, I want to record maybe a couple more records that kind of fit who I am a little bit." And they hit me with the, "Well, your budget is depleted, so sorry, I can't do that." Now, mind you, this is when I learned that I don't know if it still happens like this. It probably still does, but back then, if you got in town and the A&R says, "Hey, man, let's go to Mr. Child's."
Oh, they charging you back.
Where you going?
Oh, okay, cool. Let's go to Mr. Child. Damn, $2,000. Woo! I feel sorry if I got to pay that. You got to pay that, nigga.
You got to pay that back.
Coming out of your budget. That's that card that they pull out. That's your money on it. I had no idea at the time. So, mind you, every time I went to New York, we was at Mr. Child's. Every time I touched down, hey, y'all know where we going? Come on, let's get it. I had no idea. I'm blowing my budget. I didn't know. Yeah. Anyway.
So T&E was jacked up your budget.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Long story short, I couldn't record no more songs, so I kind of rebelled. I was like, well, I ain't gonna do nothing then. I ain't gonna promote this shit. And they was like, all right, fine, you wanna do nothing, fine. Boop. And they set me on the shelf. And I sat on the shelf for a good 2 years over it.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Couldn't go nowhere. Yeah.
But see, I met you when you were, I'm gonna say you were in studio with Big Tank a lot.
Mm-hmm. This was after that. Yeah. I'm saying this Columbia situation happened and then Big Tank.
Got it.
Yeah. So what were you doing to make money if you were on the shelf? You know what I mean? This is stuff people don't talk about. They always talk about, the fun times. So what were you doing? You was on the shelf, you were rebelling, they like F you like F them.
At the time, to be honest, whatever I could. I mean, by the grace of God, I ain't never have to, sell no drugs or nothing like that. But if it wasn't an odd job here doing this telemarketing thing for a second or whatever the case may be, I mean, I had to go back to, I had to get back on some regular. Like I had rent to pay, man. So it was what it was at the time. Yeah. Fast food, whatever, and it was even. The stab and twist was the fact that I'm a signed artist, and I know I am. I can show you my contract. I'm a signed artist, and I'm at McDonald's right now. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to McDonald's, because it's you can turn that into something. But at the time, I'm like, man, I got a record deal. I'm at McDonald's. This is nuts. It's nuts.
What name were you going by at Columbia? Were you going by Neyo?
My name, Schaefer. SHAFFER.
And explain to everybody how the Neyo part came about.
So that name, everyone here, I'm certain by this point is familiar with the movie The Matrix. If you're not, you're way too young, and you should probably grow some. You should get a little older. I'm kidding. No, but yeah, that's pretty much where the name came from. A producer friend of mine, may he rest in peace, Dion Evans. Everybody's calling Big D Evans, big huge dude. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of stuff for Tupac back in the day, Digital Underground and cats. But dear friend of mine, one of the first cats that I started working with, kind of after this Columbia situation that we were just talking about. He was basically the first one to say, "Yo, you like the Neyo of the music industry," like basically saying that I could do stuff within music that other people couldn't do, the way that Neyo could do things within the Matrix that other people couldn't do. You know what I'm talking about? Yep. So hated the name initially. I was like, that's too much, because if you remember the movie The Matrix, Neyo was like Jesus, and I'm like, that's way too big shoes to fill. I'm just trying to make some songs. I ain't trying to save the world. That ain't it. But a name sticks whether you like it or not, if that's going to be your name, because everybody start calling you it. And after a while, you start answering to it, and then that becomes your name. So
that's crazy, man. Yeah. I was looking on your Instagram, and you said you were talking about like the new artists, new generation. And you said once you get that one song that penetrates them and you got them, you got them forever. So what was that one song, I guess, that you felt like, man, as Neyo, as going through all of these things, that you dropped that song and you knew you had them?
That moment didn't happen for almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. I didn't slow down long enough to even answer that question for myself. Like we was moving. Like I was literally on tour for damn near 10 years straight. Like we come home for, like, it's almost like I was visiting home. Like I come home for a week, at the most a week, 4 days. And then we on the road for like a month, 2, 3, a year. So it wasn't until we actually sat still for a minute that I could look back and realize, okay, whenever I play this record, it's a rap. It doesn't matter what it is. And to the point where I starting my show with it now. So now whenever you see me in concert, as opposed to ending the show, with So Sick, we start the show with So Sick. And we do that because we're proud of the fact that I can start the show one of my biggest records, and I got at least
bangers.
Yeah, we can keep going after that. Like that ain't the only one. It's like, oh, y'all thought this was it. Hold on, what about this? What about this? And what about this? And what about that? So it's yeah. So So Sick is the one. Yeah, So Sick is that one that I know. No matter where I'm at, as soon as you hear ding 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 ding, I'm gonna get a response from somebody.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna ask you this question. I was talking to John Legend one time, and he said,
"Shout out, John."
Yeah. He was saying that all of me was, as a writer and as an artist, was life changing. That song changed his life. What is the one song you wrote, either for yourself or for somebody else, that was life changing for you?
Life changing. I guess it depends on what aspect of life changing you mean, because
monetary. He was talking about he was to the bank. I'm talking about like
that. Okay.
I'm not talking about spiritual. No, I'm talking about
all right.
Dilute. Just talking about dilute. Yeah.
Surface life changing. Got it.
Right.
Okay.
I'm never going back to McDonald's.
Well, that started with Mario's "Let Me Love You." Yeah, that was the first check I got. Like, okay, so I don't never got to go back to McDonald's again. Oh, okay. Well, this is different. This is something else. Right. Cool. So it started there, and then the next one that was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna burn some money tonight just because I can, was Beyonce's "Irreplaceable." Yeah, that's to the
left.
That's still, yeah. Those checks are still pretty.
They look
pretty checks.
Good.
Did you nice looking checks still? Yeah.
Was it one of those things where you like, yo, look, whoever it was, like, dog, we never quit your job? Did you tell anybody quit your job?
My mom. I called her at work and I said, "What you doing right now?" Nothing. I'm on my break. All right. Well, do me a favor. Go outside. What? Go outside. Why am I going outside? Just stand up and walk out the building. Right. Is it something out here? Ma, just walk outside. Exactly. So she walked. All right, I'm outside. What am I doing now? Where'd you park? Around the corner. Why? Get in your car. Why am I getting in my car? I'm at work. Ma, just get in your car. All right. And then she got mad. You gonna stop playing with me. You gonna tell me what the hell is going on. You're gonna be fired. Ma, get in your car, go home, and don't ever go back to that building ever again. Never.
You did like that?
Just like that. Yes.
Oh
yes.
my.
Yes, because I wrote this down. Because I didn't want to mess it up. I needed this to be perfect.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of work was your mom doing at the time?
At the time she was working at a bank. She was she had actually just got promoted to bank manager.
So she's got the promotion.
Yeah. I was like, damn that promotion. Come on, we ain't got to do that no more. Come on.
What? That's
you have employees now. Come on, we ain't doing that no more.
That's like the dream of every son.
Oh my God.
Man. Every you know what I mean? You want to do that for your mother. You want to do that for the people that you love. Was your mom crying? Like, tell us the feeling. How were you feeling?
It was a very emotional moment for all of us, for everybody. When she got home, she was crying when she got home, and she's like, "What happened? What's going on?" And I showed her the check, and she was like,
"Word,
this is yours?" Yeah, my name. This is my name right here. She's like, where did this come from? You're in the city. What you done? No, relax, man. This is legit. This is you see it says the record company, and you see this is. Oh my God! And it was hugs, it was kisses, and it was love. And shortly after that, I bought her first new car, which was another really emotional moment for her. And then shortly after that, I bought her first new home, which is another really emotional moment. So I feel like I'm at the place where I am mentally now because everything that I've ever wanted to do or dreamed of doing, be it for myself or for another person, I've done it.
Yeah,
man.
I've literally done it to the point now where it's like, what now? All right, well now let's make some other people's dreams come true. So that's why now I'm I don't know if you've been looking at my IG, but I'm very much trying to help independent artists, you know, get a little bit more exposure. You know, I'm doing that now just because I feel like, you know, at this point, I look back on the people that helped me. You know what I'm saying? The people that were willing to take some time out of their busy day, cats that was already on, cats that didn't have to look out, that didn't have to, you know, all right, Dr. Dre didn't have to let me in the studio that day. He didn't have to. He could have went on about his day. You know what I mean? And I look back on that and I think that if that hadn't happened, it probably wouldn't be a Neyo. Like, I wouldn't be here. Who's to say? Right? So with that being said, if me just jumping on this artist FaceTime, he got 60 followers, and he want me to jump on his IG live right quick. All right, come on, let's get on there. So all of a sudden now, as opposed to the 10 people that normally get on his live, is 600 people on there. All right, well, within this 600 people, there might be somebody in here that gets you to whatever the next level is. And if that's the least I do for somebody, then all right, cool, I do that. Why not?
How do you not lose your mind? Because I mean, let's be real, Neyo. Like,
a lot of
you know, I've had a couple of, you know, zeros in the bank, nothing close to you, and I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling myself. You know what? I'm just, you know, what I can get cheese on my burger. You know what I'm saying?
Put some Armor All on the tires.
Yeah, I can give me the $50 car wash. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not? And this is a serious question. How have you lost your mind? We don't know. And how did you get it back? Or how do you maintain sanity when you can look on the television and say, I want that, whatever that is?
How do you not lose your mind? Well,
I'm talking about house. I'm talking about a girl. I'm talking about car. You could look on the television and say, I want that delivered to me tonight.
I am Neyo.
And they would show up. They would show up. I have real talk, man. As I sit here with diamonds in my ears and all of that, I've never really and truly been just a materialistic person. Like Jay-Z and my manager had to force me to buy my first piece of jewelry when I got signed to Def Jam. I'll never forget this. They had to literally force me to do it. They're like, bruh, you have to get something. All right, it's status. You have to get it. You have to get it. All right, what is it? So I got this little pendant, which actually since then I broke it up and gave it to my mom. I haven't made earrings out of it, but I had this little pendant. It cost me $20,000. I lost my mind over 20,000. I was like, 20,000 for what? Do it float? Wait, do it float to my neck and put itself on? 20 grand, mind you. At this time, I'm not spending this type of money at this time. Of
course, that's a large.
I'm not. This is unrealistic to me. Like $20,000 for something that don't move on its own, or that didn't make sense to me. But yeah, so times have definitely changed since then. But I've just never been the dude that just I got to have the latest this. I always said, you know what? I want a nice home. I want a nice car, and I want to be able to look nice when I leave the house. And whatever. I know that's real vague, and I left it vague on purpose so that if I wanted to go nuts one day, I can. But for the most part, I stay right here, man. I be chilling.
Yeah.
I be chilling. If you won't know that I got no money unless you come to my house. To be honest, because I'm not finna go and spend $6,000 on something Gucci that I can only wear once as me because I'm me, and once I get photographed in it and I wear it twice, I'm whack. So I'm not doing that. I'm not that person. No disrespect to anybody that is that person. Everybody has their own path and their own way of doing things. But me personally, if I'm not going to a show or about to do that,
chilling.
This is what you get.
I'm saying you've been the same person from the gate. Like you never switched up, and I've been knowing you for a long time, man. Like, and your team is still the same. Like Tashawn, Tango, like we all folks.
It wasn't nothing to switch from.
Nah,
like you got to think about that when cats switch up on you. It's like, all right, if you switched up, that means that you switched from something. You were this, and then you became this, which means you was probably always this, and you turned into this to get close to me. And now you feel like you're closer, so you go back to that. That's the thing. Like I've never put on. You know what I mean? I've never grasped the concept of. I always felt like, all right, let's say I put on, and all of a sudden you like me, and we cool now. But now I gotta maintain that. Now I have to be this person that I done showed you I am, even though this is not me. But whenever you come around, oh shit, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what up, dog? I gotta be this person.
Yeah,
that's too much responsibility. I'm driven, but I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do that. That's too much energy.
yeah.
For me damn, I gotta remember what lies I done told. Damn that. Look, what you see is what you get. If you like this, cool, then we rock. If you don't, cool, because you have so much option. You know how many people are on the face of the planet? You ain't gotta rock with me. Do you? But if you do rock with me, then let's rock, and you'll learn that I'm solid, bro. Like it ain't no switching up. Switch up for what?
Yeah. No, dude, that's crazy. So, Neyo, man, like I know as you were coming up, you put the first album out. We gotta dig deeper into that, but you're getting noticed by some of your idols. You know what I'm saying? And on the podcast, I know you listen to it. We thank you for that. Frequently asked questions with Fuzzy and Quincy. We thank you. This is why you're here. He was telling us about episode 1 through whatever. Tell us about
every single episode.
It's all good. But I couldn't hear you. Can you say that again?
Every single episode. Had to
get that in clear. Yeah. Tell us about Michael Jackson recognizing who you are, like him pouring into you, just that relationship.
That's a big deal, man.
So I was first made aware that Michael Jackson even knew who the hell I was through that Ebony magazine interview. Do you remember that when he was on the cover and he like kind of had stubble a little bit, like it was Mike, it was current Mike. But anyway, in that interview, they was asking him about new artists, and he mentioned my name. So that right there was enough for me to perish and leave this plane of existence and be all right.
Hell yeah, in writing.
In fact, this man knows who I am and shouted me out in this publication. All right, cool. I'm good. I can die now. Right. So maybe about a week after that, my timeline's be messed up, so please forgive me. But maybe a week after that, I'm actually on my way to rehearsal, and I get a call from this random number. I normally don't pick up random numbers, but I picked this one up. I went, hello, hey, how you doing? Hi, who is this? It's Michael. Michael Jackson. Ooh, click, and I hung up. The phone. Cause at this point I'm like, all right, somebody
stop playing.
Mind you, at this era, in this time, I'm having to change my number like every month, because somehow some people my number get out there, and I start getting calls like, hello, is this Neyo? Yeah. Click. Start getting a lot of those, right?
Okay.
Right. So I'm figuring it's just that. All right, click, whatever. Think nothing of it. A few minutes later, I get a call from my assistant, and he's like, yo, are you sitting down? I'm driving. What's up? Yo, Michael Jackson is about to call you, bro. What? Michael Jackson, I just gave Michael Jackson's people your number. He's about to call you.
Shit.
He's about to call me, or he already called me? What time were you supposed to call? 1 o'clock. It's 1:30. Oh, God. I hung up. Damn, I can't. So I tried to call the number back. I can't call back into the number. Damn. So luckily, he called me back again. And hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm driving. It was a tunnel. We went through a tunnel. And service get crazy. What's up, bro? What's going on with you?
What's happening?
So from that conversation turned into I'm about to work on a new album. I would love for you to be a part of it. Can you meet me somewhere? Yeah, sure. So we set it up. We met at Leo Cohen's house, actually, in New York.
Nice.
Because he didn't want to meet anywhere. Yeah, so he wanted to meet at Leo Cohen's house. He didn't want to meet anywhere public, which I totally understood. That makes perfect sense. So I get there first, and I'm waiting on him to show up, and I'm sitting there trying not to let all of the dumb things that I've heard about him up to this point affect me. It's like, okay, but it wasn't working. I was like, okay, is this about to be weird? Is he about to walk in here with an animal? Like, what's about to happen right now? Because I'm in this man's house, and I knew Leo, but I ain't know Leo, and I be in his house waiting on Michael Jackson. It's weird right now. What's about to happen, right? So he walks in. He's way taller than I anticipated him being, or maybe I made him that tall in my mind, because when he walked in, it was like, at least that's what it felt like. Anyway, he had on a black suit. He had the whole joint on, like he had, as if he had broke his thumb, so he had to put the whole thing
like a sleeve.
That on.
Okay.
He had on these aviator sunglasses, mirrored aviator sunglasses that he didn't take off the whole time we was there. We was there for like 2 hours. He didn't take them off the whole time, right? But So he walks in, and the first thing he says to me is like, "Oh my God, do you know what my favorite song of yours is?"
Damn.
Please don't worry about me, I'm fine. I lost my mind.
What?
In my mind,
He sang a song back to you.
He sang it back to me. And
wow.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And now I had to lose my mind inside myself. I couldn't.
Got it.
I was like, wow, that's
And you try to be cool in the mud.
Shut it, chill.
That's
This is great.
Leo, where the bathroom at, bro? Can I use the bathroom right quick? I'll be right back.
Right.
Right. So from there, we just got to talking about music and the way he views music, and he said music has shape and color, and I that confirmed for me that I wasn't crazy, because I kind of see the same, like different sounds have different shapes and textures and colors. And anyway, so we talked about that for a good hour. He talked about dance today and how everybody looks like they're doing aerobics. I thought that was funny. It all looks like aerobics now. I don't understand it was funny. But anyway, so we got talking about this new project. I'm gonna do another album. I want to start putting it together after this tour. I'm doing a tour and a film. This is it. Mm-hmm. This is before this is it.
Got it.
So I was like, so all right. So I'll start putting some stuff together, and then I'll just shoot it back and forth to you. He gave me a phone number where I could reach him directly.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was I would send him 3 or 4 songs every week. He would call me and be like, I really love number 1. I feel like number 2. I think the second verse feels like the first verse. You should try to reverse those. And the hook on this one could be a little simpler, like just basically writing the songs with me. So we had about roughly anywhere between 5 and 6 songs. Some I think that we really, really loved.
But you have a real dialogue with him.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Michael Jackson every week or every other week, whenever I could get him. And so basically we had these songs, and the plan was to record these songs after the tour, after This Is It. Of course, we all know that he passed in the process of putting that tour together. Right. And we didn't get a chance to cut the records. So I have them still. They're in the archive, just sitting, waiting for me to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with them. Wow. A few people have come up with a few good ideas on what I could do with them, but nothing that's ever felt just all the way right. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm holding on to them because it's like the last piece of him that I personally have that's mine. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's that. I don't know. But I have the songs still, and they just sitting. So
damn.
So what does this do for your confidence, right? Like you've made the money. Jay-Z's telling you can write your way out of whatever. Michael Jackson, you meet with him. Mm-hmm. Where does if any, but where does your confidence go after having this dialogue with one of your idols?
Your confidence drops. I'm gonna tell you why. Because now, oh wait, hold on. Yeah. I'm rich. You're rich.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
You are rich.
yes, you are
rich.
Yes, you are. Come say hi. It's the birthday boy.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Let me borrow $5.
Happy birthday.
No. All right. What do you think? I'll see you in a minute, okay?
You sound rich. I'm like rich. You.
Yeah. He knows.
He's aware. Yeah, he's aware. No,
I love it.
So remember earlier when I was saying that when I was putting the first album together that there was really no pressure.
Right.
Once you get that stamp of approval from somebody like a Michael Jackson, somebody like a Jay-Z, somebody like a Prince. I'll tell you my Prince story later. But once you get that, now you have to live up to that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like Michael Jackson just told you that you're one of his favorite writers. Now you have to be one of Michael Jackson's favorite writers. Wow. And God forbid you don't know what it is you did to write the song that made Michael Jackson say that you're one of his favorite writers. God forbid you not know exactly what you did. You was just vibing and it happened. Because now you have to figure it out, because now you have to do it again and again and again. And that is enough to drive any artist insane.
I can imagine, bro.
Yeah. Now, anytime you go in the studio, no matter what you do, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Damn.
I'm in my head now. Now I'm overthinking everything because shit, Michael Jackson. I have to be this now. So yeah. So it messed me up for a little while. I won't lie. It really and truly did. There was a stint of time where I was writing and the stuff wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as it could be. You know what I mean? and I was aware of it, and it was for that reason, for me just being so much in my head, trying to be something that, trying to live up to something that I've been called. I started forgetting why I do music in the first place. Like I didn't get into this to live up to any unrealistic expectations. I didn't get into this to sell records. That's not my job. That's a record label's job. I'm not a record label. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. My job, my only obligation in this is to be as brutally painful, truthfully honest in my art and my passion as I humanly can, and get that out to the world. And if it's like-minded people out there that rock with it, cool. But if they don't, that should be cool too. Yeah. And I got to a place where it's like it can't be that. I have to. Everybody has to love everything I do. Otherwise, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What's the reason?
That's great. That's crazy. So many people, right? We want to make it. We want to make it. We want to make it. Mm-hmm. We rarely talk about you've made it, and now
how to maintain it.
How to maintain. Yes. So how did you get back to a place of, okay, I'm Neyo and people know me, but now I need to get back to the fun. Like what was that process?
It was a messy process. It was a messy process because I had almost gotten to the point where I let that expectation of me and that pressure take my joy in music from me, to where like I almost quit. I didn't want to do this no more because it's like I don't know what they want from me. Mind you, as this is happening, the industry is changing around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it ain't record sales no more. Now it's streams and now it's IG and TikTok and this and that. And mind you, I'm just getting older and older over here. I'm 41 years old. I'm like, where do I fit now? Do I fit now? You know what I mean? It became that. And that was a hard little stint of time to maneuver through, because it's like you have all of these people telling you what you are, or at least what you are to them, and it's like you can't hear them. It's like I'm behind glass. I can see y'all. I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Can't hear you
because it's not coming. It's not getting in. It's not getting in because it's blocked out by, bro, you're getting older. The sound has changed. The look has changed. The way people get their music has changed. What's important to them has changed, and it's changed to something that's not so much your wheelhouse. What are you going to do? Because now you have this life to maintain. You have these kids to make sure it's all right. Like, what are you going to do? And it messed with me. It messed with me for a long time. So I finally had to get to that place where, like, it took me kind of going back and listening to the first album, listening to some of the earlier stuff, and just remembering where I was when I was doing that, mentally where I was, and getting back to the fact that I got into music because I love music. It had nothing to do with being famous. It had nothing to do with making money. It had nothing to do with selling records. I wasn't chasing anybody's approval when I first got into this. So it's like, why would I do that now? Like, what? Like, the thing that got me to the place where somebody could say something like, "You're my favorite writer," was when I wasn't giving a damn about your opinion. If that does that make sense? Totally. You know what I mean? I wasn't writing for you initially. The song that I wrote that's not your favorite, I didn't write that for you. I didn't write that in hopes of your approval. I just wrote it. So I had to get back to that. It's like, you're not doing this for anybody but yourself. If they like it, cool. But it's not about finding their approval. It's not about living up to the expectation that they've created in their mind of you. You're not obligated to live up to that. Your only obligation is to yourself. Do the music that feels good to you. Please yourself. Be satisfied with what you've done within yourself, and then give it out to the world. And if the world agrees, cool. But if they don't, cool. Because the other way around is painful. When you done put out some shit that you don't like, or that ain't you, that you don't feel, but then the world locks into it. So now you're stuck. Now you gotta do it. Now everybody gotta sing that song. Oh, I hate this damn song. This is a soul draining record, but it's my biggest one, so I gotta cut it. So I gotta sing it every night.
Do you have songs like that? Do you have songs that are that like damn?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I don't have any songs that feel like that. I have songs that that I like more than others. I have songs that I personally didn't want to do, but so the way that we put the albums together, I'm not a dictator. It's not, my name is Neyo and I'm singing these songs, so it's what I like. I don't do it that way. It's me and the team, and we collectively figure out what the album's gonna be, what the single is gonna be. So there's been times where it was a single pick that I didn't so much favor, or a song that I really liked that didn't make the cut. Like that's happened before. But I've never been in that place. But I know artists that have, and I've heard the horror stories. Like imagine a song that reminds you of your worst point in your life, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the song that happens to blow up. So now every night you got to relive the worst point in your life in front of people, mind you.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Man, yeah. Dude, Neyo, man, it's so much that. First of all, you've always been like this. Like we talk to you, and you just like, you know, I know you talk to Fuzz a lot. He's helped you out with certain things, but just reminding us of how great of a talent. Like you're one of these talents that you have enormous talent, you have enormous success, but again, like the way the world is going on now, is like if you didn't make TMZ today, people, you know, how like can you just dig into that a little bit? When the world was changing, where it was more about who you are as a personal life and not really the music and the art, how did you kind of like teeter saying like, okay, I want to give them more? Because like say people came to you like, Neyo, you gotta let them know more about you. You gotta let them into your house. You gotta do MTV Cribs on your cell phone. Like, how did you, keep sanity and even in that?
So if you said you follow me on IG, you've seen my IG, so you see what my IG is. It's not a whole lot of stuff all the time, every day. I'm not that dude. That dude. I was here before IG became a thing. I was famous before IG became a thing. I was this entertainer before IG became a thing, and I'm kind of set in my ways. It's like I don't wake up every morning and figure out what I'm gonna do on IG to get people's eyes to look in my direction. I can't function like that. I've tried. I've genuinely tried to be that person, and this is how I know I'm not that person. Mm-hmm. I'm not that person. I run my IG, but I also have people that help me with my IG when it's like, bro, you haven't posted anything in a month. All right, well, find a picture and post it. I have 4 children.
Right.
I have 4 kids. You ain't got time to worry about what the people on IG. Man, y'all better go. I'll holler at y'all when this music about to come out. I'll holler at y'all when, but as far as like my everyday life, it's hard enough just maintaining it with the people that's in this house. I got to let the world in too. Nah, y'all stay over there. And I'll let y'all see the stuff I want y'all to see. But I'm not finna put y'all in my house all day long, every day. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. And I got all the love in the world for y'all. I do. But I don't want to know what's going on in your house 24 hours.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I got other shit to do. So with that being said, I understand the importance of IG. I understand the power of TikTok. I get it. And I'm not faulting it or saying that it's bad. I'm just saying, me personally, the way that I maintain sanity through it is not allowing it to be a major part of my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I give it the space that I feel like I need to give it so that, my fans don't feel neglected. But I'll be damned if I'm on that shit every single day trying to figure out a way to get attention. Like, I'm not that dude. I've never been the hey, everybody look over here at me dude anyway. So it's that's just not me. That's just not me. And I look at cats who are really good at it, and it's like I'm almost jealous because like, damn, I wish I had the energy and the care to do that, but I don't care enough.
Yeah,
right. It's dope that you do. It's entertaining. I'm gonna watch you, but don't expect the same from me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We get it.
Yeah, how is Neyo as a father, man? Like, like are you dropping the kids off? Are you doing parent teacher conferences? Like,
I ain't had to do no parent teacher conferences yet, but I'm definitely getting up in the morning, getting the kids to school. I'm definitely doing that. And mind you, it's me and my wife. Like it's right. Our relationship is a partnership. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do it today. You're gonna do it tomorrow. All right. If I had to do it 2 days, the next 2 is on you, then, because I ain't getting up. I ain't got it. Like this is us. And as far as a dad, I'm a little bit more lenient than my wife. I've learned that. I've learned that, the kids are going to ask her for something and she'll tell them no, but then they're going to turn around and ask me. And I'm going to tell them yes, not knowing that she just told them no. And now I'm in trouble with her.
You're the good cop. She the bad cop.
I'm the good cop, and it kind of it is what it is. But now it's like, Daddy, can I have? What did your mama say?
Damn right.
What? Yeah. Okay. Well, then you already got your answer. Don't get me in trouble. Now I got to go in here and tell her why I gave you the juice when she told you couldn't have the damn juice. You know, got me in trouble. We supposed to be family. Damn.
now your house is tight right now.
Man, you know what? Give me the damn juice. Yeah.
Is it hard for you, like, balancing? You know, like, dude, I make like a couple $100 a week, right?
Okay,
so you know,
right,
a couple hundred. But you know, it's different, right? Because my parents, like, I literally had this conversation with my dad the other day. I'm like, yo, you weren't mean. We were broke. You know what I'm saying? The no came from the lack of he didn't have it. Right. So I'm like, oh, he's just strict. We can't go to McDonald's every week, so we have more so we can do more, right? But the balance in that is like, man, I kind of want the same values that my kids that I grew up with, that my kids, but it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. They're not growing up in the same time. They're not growing up in the same era. They're not growing up in the same tax bracket. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
Now at the same time, you don't want to raise these spoiled brats.
You don't want to do spoiled, nah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you teach them about the value of $1. But then on the other side of it is, I'm that kid that, we didn't have a whole lot. So I want to give my sons and my daughters everything that I didn't get. I want to be able to do that for them. But I also don't want to just give them everything. Right. And it's hard to do. I won't lie. It's very, very hard to do, because you feel like I have it, and I feel like my mama would have did it for me if she could have, but she couldn't, and that was the thing. I can, so why not? But then again, it's finding the balance. You said it yourself. It's finding the balance between, all right, I'm going to do for you because I can do for you, but I'm not going to do for you so much that you turn into a little asshole. You know what I mean? There is a balance, and what I'm learning with my older kids. I have 2 older children, they're 9 and 10. So now it's chores. It's chores and allowance. Your obligation is this, and this. If this and this ain't done, you're not getting that money at the end of the week.
Right.
That's the start of it. And I guess I'll figure out what happens from there. Because as of right now, like I said, my 2 oldest are 9 and 10, and all I know is what works for them. I can't speak to nobody that got teenage children that run wild. Coming. I ain't got
it's coming.
I'm sorry.
Neyo, let me ask you this question. I know you always. I met your mom a couple of times. I know you have a great relationship with your mom. Absolutely. I know you're a great father. I never do. Where's your father at? Like, what's your relationship with your dad?
My dad is in Arkansas with his wife and my brother. We don't have a bad relationship. We just don't really talk much at all, and it's primarily because we're so very much alike. Any of my friends will tell you that I'm rarely the dude that's gonna call you. You normally have to call me, right. And it's not because I don't rock with you. It's not because we ain't friends. It's just I suck with the phone. I've always have from the beginning of time to now. I've just always sucked with the phone, and my father is exactly the same way. Like, we just don't call each other. There's no beef. There's no drama. Whatever was in the past, I don't let all that go. Like, come on, I'm 41 years old, man. I'm still holding on to stuff that happened when I was 6. No, that means I have a problem. Right. I'm not doing that. We good. Nothing at all. It's just I don't have any real desire to talk to him, and apparently he don't have any real desire to talk to me, so we don't talk. Now, when we do talk, it's, hey, what's going on, man? I'll do this. Yeah, cool. Whatever. I'll holler at you. And it might be a year or 2 before we do that again. But it's always love when we link up. But we just rarely link up. That's all.
Only reason I asked,
Mom is the staple. Mom has been there from even when Dad decided he didn't want to play no more. It was Mom. So I talk to my mom every day.
Yeah. Only reason I asked that because I didn't have a relationship with my father, which made me a better dad. You know what I'm saying?
He told you everything not to do.
Yeah, and I had a chance to. And Q don't know the story yet, but I was going to share it with him one day. But I'm like, I had a chance to tell him that to his face, like the time I did meet him, I'm like, bro, like the positive thing I got out of this relationship was that you wasn't there, so makes me a better dad. I just had my daughter, and he looked at me like he was mad. I'm like, bro, that's my truth. Like, I don't know you, so I didn't want my daughter to deal with this. So I had a chance to get that off my chest, and
No, that's therapeutic, bro.
Hell yeah,
it really and truly is. You needed that, even if it didn't sit right with him. Well, truthfully, it wasn't even about you, bro. It was about what I needed to get off of me.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I had the opportunity to tell my pops, for a long time I ain't like you because of this and this and this and this happened with moms and you wasn't there for that.
Mm-mm.
And I had a chance to get all that off. And then once I did, I said, you know what? We start fresh from here. Right? I'm not holding on to the past is gone and tomorrow ain't promised. All we got is right now. So right now, hey, how you doing? My name is, and what's your, all right, cool. Let's start from here. Refresh. All that past shit is gone. I'm now my judgment of you comes from what happens from here forward.
This day point. Yeah.
Man.
And what our relationship has become is I see you when I see you. When I see you, it's cool. What up? Yeah. All right. Let's go get a drink. Cool. Let's do that. All right, homie, I'll let you in another 5 years.
Wow. Man.
But see, I think that comes from us both. I have my life and what's going on in my life and the people that decide to come into the room, all right, you're going to have a good time when you come in here. But just know I'm not going to come get you and say, hey, come in the room. I'm not going to do that. Like, if you show up, come on in. But don't expect the invite like, hey, I'm having a party, pull up. Nah, just know who I am and know that when you pull up, it's good. That's me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just real quick, going back to, your older kids, 9 and 10 years old. And not being, not wanting to spoil them. Have they hit you like, Daddy, I would really like, to talk to Beyonce or X, Y, and Z, and you can make it happen? Has it been some of those things like, yo, this ain't normal? Like, I've done this for my kids, and this wasn't normal.
You know what? I can't. I try not to, and it's very hard to, but I try not to compare my childhood experience to theirs, because again, like we've already established, they're coming up in a completely different time, a completely different era. My 2-year-old is a whiz on the damn iPad. It ain't nothing he can't do. He mess around and hack into some shit he ain't supposed to be into. Like that wasn't me at 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they different. So it's different. So now, I mean, the most I've gotten, my daughter was a huge fan of a young actress by the name of Dove Cameron. Okay. She's on one. I think it's the Descendants. It's a Disney show that she's on.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And my daughter was a huge fan, but my kids never asked to meet anybody. But I knew that she was a fan, so I got Dove Cameron to wish her happy birthday, and that was enough for her. She lost her shit. Oh my God, it's her. Like, and that was enough. But now they don't really. I'll say they haven't yet. They haven't yet. Again, they're 9 and 10. I don't know. Right. I don't know what's coming, but as of right now, they haven't. No.
But it's nothing that a parent wouldn't do. Like, my daughter loves Tyler the Creator, and I definitely made sure she met Tyler the Creator.
Absolutely. I mean, especially considering the fact that we work in music. Like, that's like, you'd be a whack dad if you didn't. It's like, you can't. It's not like you working down by the docks and you got to get a hold of Tyler the Creator. Nah, but you do. So
it's an easy call for us.
Yeah.
You were telling us earlier about Prince when you met Prince. Can you tell us about this Prince story, please?
So Prince is one of my 5 kings. There's 5 artists that I've always felt like these are the 5 men who, if I could meld them together into one person, this is who I want Neyo to be. Right?
Wow.
Can you name them?
Yes. Prince, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Sammy Davis Jr., Marvin Gaye.
Wow, that's a great 5.
This is who I aspired to be as Neyo. Right?
Got it.
So and I've had the opportunity to meet all the ones that are the ones that were alive when I was alive, and I didn't get a chance to meet Sammy, of course, and Marvin. But I met Prince, I met Stevie, I met Mike. I've gotten accolade and respect from all of them, and it's a super beautiful thing. The first time when Prince kind of saved me, I'll tell you that story. This was right around my 4th album, Libra Scale. Now, Libra Scale was a big deal because it was coming off of the success of my 3rd album, Year of the Gentleman, which was easily one of the biggest ones. I won Grammys behind that thing. So for the 4th album, I was fresh off of doing a couple movies. I was learning things in that world, and I wanted to bring what I was learning into that world, into this music world, right? So I go to the label and I said, for my 4th album, I want to do like a 30-minute mini movie, and I want the album to be the soundtrack of the movie. And they're like, oh, all right, that's dope. Let's get it. So I bring them a script. Now, in the world of screenplay and script writing, a page equates to a minute, right? 1 minute equals 1 page, right?
Damn.
So I told them 30 minutes. I brought them a script with 145 pages in it.
You wrote
because
a movie,
I didn't
bro.
know
You wrote
at
a movie.
the time that a page equates to a minute. I didn't know that. I just figured, all right, I'm gonna just write it out and yeah, that'll fall within 30 minutes, sure. No, they was like, this is not a mini movie, this is a feature film. We're not paying for this. You're gonna have to work this out. All right. So took 140 some odd pages to try to cram it down to 30. It took me a really long time, but by the time I did it, it's time to move. Like the clock is ticking. So now we ain't got time to shoot this the right way. We ain't got time to cast it the right way. So the 30-minute movie then turns into what was going to be 6 long form videos, music videos, right? Okay. One in a Million was my last single off of that album and the last video that we shot off of that album. And it ends with a To Be Continued. That To Be Continued never comes because Def Jam didn't want to give me no more money. Basically, they didn't want to pay for nothing else. And I was all right, cool.
Still continuing.
And on top of it, it from the start of it just all didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So this is easily one of my worst performing albums because everybody was confused. Like, what the hell are we doing here? You a superhero? What the heck? What is happening? What is this?
Got it.
Right. So the album didn't go well. So I'm bummed about that, especially considering what we just came off of. For this shit to crash and burn so hard, I felt horrible about it. So that year of the Grammys, Prince would do a Grammy party every year.
Yeah.
So we got invited to the party. I say me, my management, we got invited to the party. Okay, cool, but that ain't even enough to pull me out of this place that I'm in. It's like people really not liking this album. This is not it. I'm a failure. Anyway, we get to Prince's. We're in, I guess, what is his pool house because we're actually standing on the swimming pool. There's like a glass something over the swimming pool. Everybody's standing on the swimming pool, and there's a stage over here, and he's performing. He's on stage rocking out with his band. So this is a incredible moment. I'm sitting there just enjoying what's going on. Bow, eye contact. He goes. He puts his guitar down, steps off the stage, comes over to me, gets right here, and says, Libra Scale is a great album. Don't let anybody tell you different.
What?
And walked back up on stage and finished playing.
Shut the front door.
And
wow.
At that moment, I was like, fuck the world, to hell with everybody. I don't care what nobody say. Prince told me the album is dope. The album is dope. Y'all are nuts. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. That was enough to pull me out of that depression, and I was good from there. Like
he said it on his own, like he didn't know that you were dealing with anything.
He said it out of his mouth. He was like, Libra Scale is a great album. It's a good concept. Don't let anybody tell you different.
When Prince is walking,
shoulder, back on stage, back with the guitar, back rocking out.
When he's performing, he puts the guitar down, and y'all lock eyes. Do you think he's going to ask you to come on stage and perform? Like,
I didn't know what was about to happen. All I know is this man just looked at me, put his guitar down, and now he's coming over here. Oh God, wait, hold on. What are we about to? What? It was that. It was that. Like, now I would have happily got up on stage if that's what
hell yeah.
I got up there, yeah, sure. But at the moment, I didn't know what was about to happen.
So Neyo, you were telling us on FAQ the only time Prince first time you met Prince and you ever spoke to Prince was this message.
That was the first time we spoke.
Damn.
The first time we met, well, actually, because we didn't speak, I didn't get to say nothing. He said his piece and walked off. So that was the first time he spoke, right? The second time that we met and I actually got to say something back, because we used to do the Grammy brunch.
Yep.
So remember him and Stevie Wonder actually crashed the Grammy brunch, and I say crash because they weren't invited. But I mean, it's Prince and Stevie Wonder. Of course you're invited. What are you talking about? I just didn't send them an invite because I'm like, they're not coming to my thing. Anyway, we in there, we partying, whatever. My assistant comes to me and goes, yo, you're not gonna believe this, but Prince and Stevie Wonder's at the door.
Wow.
And I'm like,
you gonna let him
at
in?
the door doing what? Like they want to come in. Well, let him in. Let him in. What you talking about? So let him in. Prince is sitting here. Stevie Wonder sitting here in my booth. So I'm sitting here, with the thumb twiddle, like, what the hell is this? I'm literally sitting next to two of my absolute idols. I don't know what to do right now.
What year was this?
Damn it, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'll find out for you.
Them Grammy brunches used to be cracking though, boy. I tell you.
I grab my drink and I take a sip of it, and then Prince taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, "What is that?" I go, oh, it's vodka cranberry. And he leans in. Vodka's bad for you.
Yo. Yeah. So you don't take another sip of the drink.
Like I ain't drinking vodka ever.
Let's drink alone for the rest of the night. About 20 minutes later, they got up and it was all right. Thanks for the party. Thank you for having us. I appreciate it, man. Thank y'all for coming. And they left. And that was that.
Did you take pictures with? Did you take pictures? Is there pictures? Have to.
Those pictures are floating around somewhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you still drink vodka?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Man, you hard headed. You ain't even listen to Prince, man.
Hey, I stopped for the night. Leave me alone.
Okay. Okay.
I gave him that full 12 hours. I ain't have another drink all night long because Prince said it was bad for me.
Yo,
damn, he had a message for you both times.
Vodka is bad for you. It was like Dave Chappelle. It was like,
he dead ass
because he leaned in because I could hear him. Because the first time he said, "What is that?" and he was right there, and I heard him perfectly.
Yeah.
But then when that part, I guess that was the poignant part. So he leaned all the way in. Vodka's bad for you. And it's like because he did this and then turned back this way, and didn't look at me again.
I was like, which alcohol brand is good for me? Should I switch it up to gin? I don't know which one.
I didn't know what to say, and I just kind of left it alone. I was like,
Starfish and coffee. What am I talking about?
Damn, bro. Damn.
Well, yeah, that was a
wow.
That was a moment.
Man, you got some great stories, Neyo.
Man, it's been a hell of a ride, man. It really truly has, and we ain't done. So
yes,
we don't see. I got another album coming out this year. Probably around summertime. It's called The Escape. I basically put together an album full of songs that allow you to escape the dramas of this current reality. It's like I feel like I didn't need to do no songs about COVID. I didn't need to do no songs about the protests and the riots. I feel like you can look out your window and see all that. You don't need a reminder of what's going on. You know what's going on. But what you do need is a woosah moment. You do need a moment to just be like, you know what? Let me just take this thing off for a minute. Recharge and then get back in the storm if you have to. That's what this album is going to be.
Wow. Neyo, can we do this in person when the album comes out? Like,
absolutely not. I told you, love, hate, love.
Yeah. Okay.
I rock with you, but I only
hold on.
Yo, hold on. You really holding us? You really holding FAQ back, man? I told you this the other day.
I know.
Man.
I got. Listen. Basically, we gotta do this in person. We'll get COVID tested. And we'll come to Atlanta or LA.
No, we gotta go to Atlanta, bro. Atlanta is fun.
Yeah.
Sweet tea and grits.
You show up in Atlanta, holla at your boy. Q, until I get my money from you, I don't know.
Wow. You still on that. You still on that,
bro.
You still on that.
Petty walk over here.
I had plans for that $20.
Wow.
Plans that didn't happen because I gave it to you. Plans that still ain't happened, just off principle.
You've been talking
my 20.
Yeah, you've been talking about that since 2007, man.
Wait, and congratulations, your son. Is it Mason?
Mason. Oh, with the joint that he just put out. Yeah.
Talk about that real quick. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, man. So my oldest Mason, he just put out his first single and video. I super duper proud Papa moments.
Nice.
Super proud Papa moments. He is the epitome of the nice kid. Like he's the kid that's taking up for the kids getting bullied. Like he's that dude. And he's just always kind of naturally been that dude. So so the name of the song is Nice Guy, Good Guy. He rhyming on it. He went and did it himself. He did this. Nice. I did not help with this.
He didn't help you with. You didn't help him with the punch. No,
I did not help with this at all. Mind you, he run around all day long just rapping to himself. You know what I'm saying? And some of it I go, all right, cool. All right, that's a little boring. But he's never come to me and asked me for it because he wants to do it himself. And I'm like, that's dope, man. I mean, mind you, Grammys and stuff. But yes, do that.
Yeah,
do that. You got it. I mean, I've done some things, but yes, do your thing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So it's out right now. It's available everywhere. Music is available. The video, they just dropped the video for it. I think yesterday. Yeah, the video came out.
So you had nothing to do with it. You didn't.
I had
recorded.
The most I had to do with it is that I cameoed in the video, and that's because he called me from the shoot, like, "Hey, Dad, I'm shooting my video. Can you come?"
What?
Yeah. Of course, I can come to your video shoot. Damn, when did you? What video? What you know what I mean? It was that.
Moving.
But yeah, man. Yeah,
that's good. He didn't dig in your pockets. So listen, our FAQ platform is probably way more bigger than yours. So promote promote your son's song again?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is called it's Nice Guy Meso. If you're looking for it on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. The name of the song is Nice Guy, Good Guy. And the video is on YouTube right now. Check it out. Nice Guy, Good Guy. Yeah, support my little man. I'm ridiculously proud of him. I really and truly am. I'd shed a tear if I wasn't such a thug. I'm a thug though.
So thugged out. Oh man, listen. Neyo, thank you for this, man.
This has been a great interview, man.
I'm mad y'all didn't call me sooner. Like, because I do watch the show, by the way. Right. Done quite a few, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a call one day. Finally, hey, yeah, remember me? Nice.
Thank you for picking up, man, and congratulations. You have a newborn on the way. Congratulations.
Yes, indeed.
I saw how you unveiled that. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
the front shot couldn't tell, but you hit that little side profile. Bam! You know what I'm saying? We in there.
That was her idea. She's apparently the creative one in regard to this relationship. She's the one that comes up with all of that stuff.
Shout out to Crystal, man. I love Crystal. She's so nice to me. Every time I see her, she's always super nice to me. So I can never like.
She gonna be that unless you do something wrong.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Don't do nothing wrong for us.
Nah. We solid. We solid.
All right.
She's a thug.
She's a thug one.
Is this it?
Okay.
Good vibes, welcome in here. Take away the pain, ain't no more tears. Yeah, nice guy, good guy. Yeah, they call me nice guy, good guy.
Okay, got a bop to it.
Nice guy, good guy.
It's hard too.
Nice guy, good guy.
Hey.
Nice guy, good guy.
Yo, I heard this and I literally did cry. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you
it
really
got
went
like
this song. Like
the science of it with a simple hook, like nice guy.
On his own. All right, he's not. And I'm thinking, like, okay, so like my love for the music actually blossomed right at 9 years old. So I'm like, okay, this makes perfect sense.
Wow.
I wanted to be watching it from this side, you know. What I mean? Like I'm actually experiencing it all over again, but through Lil Man. Yeah, so it's dope. It's dope.
Congrats, man. You man.
You a whole industry out here. You producing. You a producer producing kids that producing music, so you keep the legacy going.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, but Leo,
beautiful things.
We're going to invade Atlanta when your new album Escape comes out. We're going to get COVID tested, and we're going to break in your house.
And we're going to the strip club. I'm going to have to get you out the house, man. You know, I don't know. I don't know if you like going to the strip club, but we're going to the strip club. Okay.
They just opened Onyx back up.
All right, so we're going to Onyx.
We in.
I'm gonna be a nice guy, good guy in there. All right.
I don't know if you can play. Can you play a kid song in the strip club?
Yes, you can. We will. It'll be the first time ever.
That'll be dope, though.
Yeah. No, Neyo doesn't want that. Okay. Neyo.
I'll play there at some point when you get older. So
we thank you, bro. Again, this is episode 10. Neyo opening up to frequently asked questions, Fuzzy and Quincy. We appreciate you, brother.
Love it, man.
Love y'all, man.
Love, bro.